Skip it up and that up. This is a rumor that, if it's true, Nintendo needs to stop making consoles and just focus on third-party software. Because it just shows that they have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they have no issue screwing over the consumer that supports them. According to Nikkei, they're like a Japanese media corporation. They're like the Japanese equivalent of News Corp over in Japan. They have something to do with the stock market over there. They have a newspaper, all this other crap. So they're a large media publication. So it would just be kind of random for them to spread this rumor. But according to Nikkei, Nintendo is ceasing production of the Wii U sometime this year. Don't know exactly when, but sometime this year. Now, Nikkei has a very good track record of reporting other things about Nintendo before Nintendo wanted them to be public. So they've been pretty accurate in the past before. And according to them, Nintendo is already stopping manufacturing certain Wii U accessories. So things aren't looking too good for the Wii U right now. And if you own a Wii U, I do as well, I would be pretty pissed off. But never fear, Nintendo is here to save the day. Or damage control. Nintendo has straight up denied Nikkei's report claiming they're stopping Wii U production this year, and as a matter of fact, they said this, that didn't come from us, and we plan to continue Wii U production during the next fiscal year and beyond. Okay, so let's start with the disclaimer first. I'm sure you all are very familiar with my disclaimers. Of course, this could all just be a rumor, and Nikkei could be talking out of their ass, but I just don't picture Nikkei coming out with this unless there's some credibility behind it. It's not like it's some kid looking for attention on Reddit or NeoGAF. It's a large media corporation over in Japan, and they wouldn't make such a bold statement about one of Nintendo's consoles unless there was some ounce of truth to it. And in the past before, I remember a very long time ago, Nintendo damage control like this with the GameCube. When the Wii came out and it was flying off the shelves, Nintendo came out and said, oh, we're still going to support the GameCube and manufacture it. It's just going to be a different product than the Wii. And it was like 5 seconds later, they stopped production of the GameCube and just solely focused on the original Nintendo Wii. So they have a history of doing this in the past. And of course, they're not going to say now, oh yeah, Nikkei's right, we're totally dumping the Wii U like it's a big shit out of our ass. No, they want to get rid of their stock. They want it to go off the shelves. They don't want to, because if they come out and say, yeah, Nikkei's right, we're going to stop supporting the Wii U this year. It's a failure and we don't want to deal with it anymore. No one will buy it because they know no more games are going to be made. There's going to be no more support for it virtually at all because they know Nintendo's moving on to their next system. I mean, we know Nintendo's moving on to their next system, but we would hope they would still support the Wii U for a little while longer. And if they come out and admit that they're not going to, people won't want to touch the system. They're going to avoid it even more so like the plague than people are already. Nintendo, if you do this to your fan base and your consumer base and you discontinue the support for the Wii U this fast, it'll be the shortest lifespan you've had for any home console. Okay, I'm not talking about like the Virtual Boy and all that shit. This will be the shortest lifespan you've had of supporting a home console ever. What kind of impression is that going to make on the consumer? They're not going to trust your product. They're going to be like, why am I going to go out and buy Codename NX if Nintendo's just going to drop it like a brick a few years from now? I want to know I'm going to get at least 5 years out of my consoles. And if people see that you do something like this where you drop support maybe even before you come out with Codename NX, they're not going to. People are already scratching their heads at some of the bullshit that you pull. You do this, no one's going to trust you anymore. Look, I understand the Wii U has been your biggest failure with home consoles. Once again, I'm not talking about portables. Okay, let's take the Virtual Boy and put it far, far out of our minds. Okay. I understand it has not done the numbers that you were expecting it to do, okay, which is partially your own fault for doing terrible marketing and terrible names, so on and so forth. But people need to know that no matter what your sales numbers are, you're going to support the piece of hardware they went out and invested their money in. People invest money in consoles because they know they're going to get long-term returns on what they invested in, okay? They know that when they spend $300, $400 on a console for the next 5 years, they're going to get the AAA games for it. And you're not doing that. I understand that third-party developers have avoided the Wii U, and I understand that it's not doing the numbers that you wanted it to, but people expect you to give them good products from it. People expect good games from you. People expect, okay, I bought this Wii U. I know that $299 or $349, depending on when you bought it, I'm going to get those great, at least Nintendo-created experiences that I've got throughout the years. And if you do this where you even drop support of the system, maybe even before your next system, your 9th gen system comes out, you're going to turn off a lot of people. It's the same thing that Sega did with the Saturn when Bernie Stolar came out and said, oh, the Saturn's not our future. They dropped it like a load of shit and said, hey, we don't trust this product anymore before the Dreamcast was even out. You're making the same mistakes, Nintendo. I hope this is just a rumor, and I hope that what you said denying it is true, that you're going to support the Wii U, at least for the foreseeable future, even into next year. But if you don't, and what Nikkei is saying is true, and you're just damage controlling because you want to make sure people don't know the truth right now, it's going to look real bad for you. And I don't know what your future is going to be if this is what you do, because no one's going to trust you anymore. This is Rich, Review Tech USA, signing out. Have a good one.